was there.
Amongst other things.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start by tasting my kombucha. Kombucha is a fermented tea, and it's very easy to make. And maybe would you like to pour us some kombucha? It might burp slightly when you open it. There you go. It's alive, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been making kombucha for a couple of months now, but I think my kombucha is getting a bit acidic, and I'm trying to correct it.
Excited to taste your kombucha.
Cheers. Bit lemony.
Ooh, that's nice.
You like it?
The first time I turned up to a Radical Fairy sanctuary was in the States, and I got introduced, I think, to Gone Away and Tree and a bunch of people. I'd been taken by a fairy called Love, and they all said to me, "Well, it's so great to have you. What's your name?" And I said, "It's Paul," because am rather British. And they all said, "What is it? Is it pole like you climb up or pool like you swim in?" And I'd say, "No, just Paul." And then my friend Love would come over and say, "His name's Paul." And they'd say, "Oh, you're Paul." And I'd say, "No, I'm Paul." And they'd go, "Pool like you climb up or pool like you swim in?" So then Socket, this queen who was listening to all this, said, "Honey, this isn't going to work. You need a drag name. You need a drag name now. I'm going to get the dictionary." So I had to put my hand on the psychic dictionary and choose an entry. She said she'd give me the best of 3. So I had to choose a page, a column, and an entry number, and it came up macroevolution. And since I've been going under the name of Paul, which means small, and I'm not big, so every time, in this I'm bigger, but every time...
Macroevolutions is such a great concept, and you just got it at random.
It means bigger.
From a psychic drag dictionary.
Yeah. But nothing's random. So I was like, don't give me the other 2, I'll take it.
That's insane.
And then later I realised that Maeve, M-A-E-V, is inside macroevolution. These young fairies always say to me, "How do I choose my name?" And I say, "Dear, you don't choose it, it chooses you."
It chooses you, ladies and gentlemen. Think of that. But Radical Fairies, I never met any of the American ones. I've met them in...
Well, you have. You've met them at my house.
American Fairies at your house?
Yeah.
But I haven't been to American gatherings. No. Okay, so Radical Fairies it's a queer movement before the word queer was fashionable, right? They've been around since the 90s or the 80s or something.
79.
79.
Yeah.
And mainly American, I think, probably.
Well, it started in America. It started in, I think, New Mexico, Arizona.
Yeah.
And now there are fairy sanctuaries in Israel, most recently, France, Australia, Hey Ozfay.
Fairy sanctuaries, ladies and gentlemen.
And I think there are 4 or 5 permanent ones in the States now.
Fantastic. I have some quiz questions here, and to lead us into the next section. No, I'm not bored. No, but to lead us into the next section, I have a quiz question. Okay.
Quiz me.
Sandor Katz is A, the German Minister for Overseas Development, B, a famous 19th century Belgian escapologist, C, a queer food activist who has become the world authority on sauerkraut.
C.
It's C, isn't it?
Yes.
It's C, and in a way, we're here to celebrate Sandor Katz's work.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we're going to be doing a recipe, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing...
Can we give a shout out? Hey, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. Hey. Hi, thanks. All you need is a lot of garlic. You just peel it and take a nice big jar. Put the garlic in the jar. Ooh, it's going everywhere. It stinks to high heaven. The whole atelier is smelling very fairy-like today, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
Would you like to do the honours and pour?
Yeah, shall I? Oh, this is quite sensuous, isn't it?
Sensuous? It's insanely sensuous. That honey is dripping down over that garlic.
Oh, honey!
Honey. It's burping. It's... This is art, don't you think?
This is the kind of recipe that I could follow with 2 ingredients.
Yeah. So here we have the garlic in the honey, and it's very thick at the moment, but the garlic is going to give its liquid off into the honey, and it'll become thinner and easy to manage. So in the first month, you need to stir that once a day so that the garlic doesn't rot, so that it's underneath the honey. And then after a month or so, you can stir it twice a week, and then eventually you can just leave it, and it's fantastic, and it gets better and better for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It'll keep for a year. And
then you can use it for medicinal purposes, but you can flavour things with it.
You can put it in your porridge, you can put it in your cooking, and you have this...
Oh, I bet it'd be nice in grits.
It is very nice in grits, yes. And you can eat them like sweeties, of course. So I've got this in a sealed jar here because we're going to take it home. But actually at home, I will take the seal out so that any air can just escape, because you don't want any explosions in your fairy kitchen. When I came to the very glamorous fairy fermentation workshop at your place, you were presenting all these different kinds of kefir drinks. So
yes.
What is that? What is kefir?
Yeah, well, this is your kefir. Now, my kefir, and I must admit I let it die. Because you have to look after them, they're babies. A symbiotic organism that's a mixture of a yeast and a bacteria. And which produces the liquid, which we also call kefir. That's the first fermentation, which you can then take off and flavour with. I think I had...
You had raspberries,
blackberries
it was the
from
summer,
the terrace.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we show the audience? We can do a close-up later. Did you hear that little fizz? But
oh yeah. Oh, that does smell gingery.
It is gingery, but
wash them. Sometimes you get some little bits of skin of the dried fruit that you've been fermenting them with. That's fine. Do you ever put eggshells in yours?
I did once, yeah.
And then I think you need about as much sugar as you've got beans or beads or babies, whatever you want to call them.
Do you want to have a spoon?
That's all right. And then you just want to top that up with about twice as much water. Some people don't like it because it gives it a slight taste, but I like the taste. So.
Yeah. So do I.
And then normally I add some dried fruit. I've got some figs here, making a lot of noise.
They like lemons as well, I think, don't they?
And lemons. So then I'm going to cover this and leave it on the side for about 2 days, and it should start to sparkle and ferment and become quite bubbly. You have to open it every day, or there's too much of a build-up. And then you can strain off the kefir beans and start the second ferment, which would be adding this liquid to fruit juice or some fruit, or putting some ginger or cardamom or vanilla in it.
Nice.
And then you can leave that for another couple of days. And in about 4 to 5 days, you've got a fizzy drink that's nutritious and good for you.
Very nice. Punk's not dead, true or false?
True.
It's not dead, is it?
It's not.
No,
It
look
smells
at us.
a bit like it sometimes.
Look at
it's
us.
Not dead.
Would you say punk is dead?
I want to get something from that shelf.
Oh, please do.
I don't really. I just want to show my boots off.
Oh, Maevon's boots.
This one. Or this one?
The one,
this
the one that makes you stretch the most.
That one. That one.
That one, I think. They really are truly magnificent. Oh, I almost forgot, but luckily for you, I didn't forget.
What's that?
Because you are the winner of this week's quiz, you get a prize. It's for you.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding at all.
Really?
Yeah. Do you like it?
I love it. Are you kidding? You see my collection of pottery?
I saw it
No.
in a shop.
Are you serious?
And it screamed.
Got it from
And it
you.
screamed Maevon at me.
Yeah.
Is it? Was I right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Come back any time, and we shall have further fairy fermentation
Absolutely will.
videos. It'll be a 99-part series.
Is this when we get to say that?
Oh, yes.
And don't forget to subscribe to Wow Presents. I'm so excited that I actually get to say that.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, Merlin Dietrich, you're our favourite cup of tea.
I had a friend who had a cold cure and he'd as much garlic as he could swallow, and then when he couldn't swallow anymore, he'd use them like suppositories.